What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing 7 on Sunday. This is the last 7 on Sunday for VEDA. Holy shit, what the fuck? We're here, we're doing it. 7 on Sunday is a Goodreads group created by Grace from G Swizzle, and I'll leave a link to both Grace's channel and the Goodreads group in the description box below. So this week's topic is a hate to love. I went to say love to hate. Oh, can you give me some recommendations for those? The topic for today is hate to love romances. And you're gonna say I'm wrong, but I don't care. The first one is the most typical one that everyone references when talking about hate to love romance, and that is The Hating Game by Thorne. I loved this. I don't talk about it a lot, but I really enjoyed this narrative and the way that they had the progression throughout their relationship and going from hatred to love. A lot of these you could say that it's dislike or annoyance and then overcoming miscommunication for most of these. Hating Game, really loved it. I thought it was fantastic and just overall a fun read. Speaking of fun reads, the next one is Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I loved this. So they immediately start off with disliking one another for whatever their reasons are, and I thought it was fantastic. But then they have to do roles and their chemistry between them is like, So yes, love this. Like literally, it's on my favorite shelf for a reason. This is just so much fun. Emily and Simon are just fantastic, and the development of their things is quite funny because they have the chemistry when they're performing, but then outside of it, Simon's a fucking dickhead, and I loved it. I adore this book with my whole heart and soul. Next up we have Cry as War by Nina Varela. So this one also sits on my favorite shelf, but the immense hatred that Ayla has for Cryer because of Cryer's domination of her people, like fully respect that, fully believable, just yes. So essentially the way that this progresses is really a soft discovery of who they are, where their values align, and just being able to come to terms with holding a hatred for someone for so long just because of who they are and what their circumstances were, to then seeing that person and getting to know them on a different level. And it just, I loved it. I really enjoyed this, and I think it was fantastic. Similar to Well Met, with them being in different stages, I'm going with Tweek by Emma Lloyd. I know I talked about this at the beginning of the month, but it's worth it. So Jack and Pepper are rival. They have like 3 layers to their cheese toasties. So the first layer of bread is they know each other at school and they're pretty chill. They know it of each other, but nothing like major. Secondly, the cheese is that they're enemies on Twitter, and they have a tweet war because her family owns like a restaurant, whereas his family own a deli, and then they're trying to top one another, if you will. And it's just really funny because they don't know that they are the people, and so it's like, fuck yes. The bread that's holding them together is that they're falling in love on an anonymous chat app that Jack has created. Yes! It's just had so many levels of they coming to terms of such immense, you know, dislike from their Twitter war to being indifferent in person, but actually really loving the person that you've never met. Like, there are so many layers to this, and it's just fucking brilliant. You're gonna argue me on this one, and that's fine. The couple in this, I think it's more dislike to love because of the way that events have gone down, so they need to come to their own understandings. Yeah, maybe? But that's all I'm going to say on that because I don't want to spoil the first book. It was on a list when I was researching, but honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't have immediately thought of it. And that's An Amber in the Ashes by Sabati here. Our protagonists immediately meet, and like you can see them. Ooh, yeah. He is part of the oppressor. She is part of the layman's, and then she's trying to infiltrate bad guys. What she doesn't know is that he wants to desert from the bad guys, so then there's that conflict of like, I will defend this chick, but also she doesn't like me because I'm the bad guy, and it's just very muddled. So maybe this would just be a dislike based off circumstance to romance, maybe. And finally, Similar to Well Met, Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I feel that Red and Chloe's dynamics, yes, it was based off miscommunication and just dislike of personality straight off the bat, but I totally would believe that something like that could happen, and so I feel like it's a good dislike to lovers. I know we say hate to love, but like, hate's a strong word, guys. I really enjoyed this, and obviously I think the progression of their relationship, it's very structured. It's like, yes, and then the way that things progress, the way that when it does go to more, they communicate. Like, he freaks out over previous things and it really upsets both of them. Then eventually they come together and actually talk through their problems like adults. Oh, amazing. So these are just 7 hate to love, dislike to love, whatever you want to title it, relationships that I've absolutely adored. Let me know in the comments what is a hate to love romance that you don't hear many people talking about. I feel like a lot of these were very just like, I've seen this before, I know this sort of things, but I can't help but love them. They're just so cute. But yeah, let me know someone, whether it be underrated or hyped up, I just want to know. The code word for today is I. Again, person, not the eyeball, the person. I. I'm so excited for like the code sentence for this week. Tomorrow I will be explaining why you have been accruing sentences, and I hope you've enjoyed the process as much as I have, both writing them out and then filming it. My strategic plan for this was fucking nuts. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, this is my 3rd last video of VEDA. So you've only got 2 more videos after this, which, holy shit. Holy shit. Alrighty then. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on those 2 videos and you can get the code sentence for this week. And I'll hopefully see you in my next video, which will be tomorrow, explaining all the code word shit. So I hope you're keen. Bye.